Posting on TikTok has made us a hell of a lot of money, and I wanted to kind of explain some of the ideas and like how I come up with ideas for this channel. I want to talk about TikTok ideation, which is something that I found myself struggling with to start with, but it's actually a process that I find relatively easy now. A lot of it's kind of having a look and seeing what your competition's doing and basically finding out what works and then doing the same thing. You're looking for stuff that like people are getting 5 times their subscriber count in views on a video. That's kind of normally what qualifies as a trending piece. The other things to kind of like keep an eye out of what your market enjoys watching. Like we do really well when we do stuff around lead scraping, lead gen, stuff like that, as we're able to kind of like really get to like the bottom of people's problems and stuff like that, and normally we get quite a few clients from that. In fact, you might be one of them. But yeah, basically we make the most of that and kind of just being aware of what's going on in the news. TikTok is one of the most lucrative things you can do to capture your audience. We very simply keep an eye on what's going on in the news because the relevant stuff always does well on TikTok. Like one of my best performing videos ever is when ChatGPT 4.0 came out and had internet access, and all of a sudden you could scrape leads using it, and like it blew people away. I've released that same video again and it's got like 900 views, where I think it's on 18,000 views. So like relevance is also an element to consider, but it's mainly kind of addressing what is a pain point of your audience, making sure to kind of just go through that and engage with it. I find the best way to come up with ideas is sit and write them down and just like sit there with nothing else, no distractions, and just sit and write down like loads of ideas of what you can do. There's a nice split of evergreen stuff where people will basically forevermore will be searching like how to use make.com or how to decide on one niche for your marketing agency. That's probably more relevant examples for me, but let's say you're selling leads for real estate people, realtors in the US. You could talk about how you do it, and don't be afraid to give away the source, because people are way more interested when like you come up with something genius like that, and like 90% of people don't use it, but those people who see this stuff and go, wow, this kid clearly knows what he's on about, I've never heard of anybody doing this, they're gonna go to you and get you to do it for them and like pay you for the privilege. So like don't be afraid to kind of like unleash everything. If you found this useful, make sure you save it so next time you run out of TikTok ideas you can come back to it. And also they think you're going to gatekeep stuff, which like some people do, but if you gatekeep stuff, and whether or not you gatekeep stuff or not, they will assume that you are like, if this person's posting this on TikTok, what else does it know? Like he's not clearly not doing this just for the fun of it. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that pretty much covers everything we do for ideating. Part series is always a good one, so you can come up with like breaking down how you do something over 7, 8, 9, 10 steps. That always does well, even like 3 steps. Just something about TikTok's algorithm of like even if you put part 2 in. Like sometimes I don't even do a part 1 and just start with part 2. It also means that people scroll through my profile for longer if they're ever looking for part 1. It's just a little bit sneaky and dishonest, but never mind. If it works, it works. Yeah, if you've got any questions about how to come up with ideas and stuff like that for TikTok or other content, then just let me know and I'm happy to kind of come up with some. Thank you so much for watching.